My mama made us go to church. Made us. We didn't even sin yet. We still had to go to church.
Once he made the whole world laugh. Now he's learning to listen to his heart, his faith, and the people who made him who he is. This isn't the story of a comeback. It's the story of a man who finally came home to peace, purpose, and himself. Far from the bright lights and red carpets, the rush hour star has traded fame for peace, tucked behind iron gates and whispering trees. Today we step inside the world of Chris Tucker, his homes, his cars, his fortune, and the spirit behind that unstoppable laugh. Born August 31st, 1971, in Atlanta, Georgia, Chris was the youngest of 6 in a lively Southern family. His father ran a small cleaning business, and his mother filled their home and the pews of their Pentecostal church with faith and discipline. But even there, Chris couldn't help but shine. He mimicked Eddie Murphy, moonwalked like Michael Jackson, made everyone laugh, teachers, friends, even the congregation. But for Chris, comedy wasn't just fun, it was freedom, it was his ticket out. In the early 90s, he packed his dreams and drove west to Los Angeles, one more comic chasing the impossible. But there was something electric about him. That sharp, high-pitched voice, that lightning delivery, that soul. Audiences felt it. Then came Def Comedy Jam in 1992, and suddenly America was laughing with him. 2 years later, House Party 3. A year after that, Friday. With one word, dumb! Chris Tucker became a legend. But behind the laughter was conviction. He turned down sequels, not for money or pride, but principle. Because for Chris Tucker, comedy was never just about laughs. It was about purpose. Hollywood wasn't finished with Chris Tucker just yet. In 1997, he burst onto the global stage with The Fifth Element and Money Talks. Suddenly, the kid from Georgia was sharing the screen with Bruce Willis. He didn't just survive fame, he commanded it. Then came 1998, Rush Hour, Chris Tucker as Detective James Carter, Jackie Chan as Inspector Lee. East meets West, chaos meets calm. And just like that, Chris became a superstar. By Rush Hour 3, he was earning $25 million plus a slice of the profits, making him the highest paid comedy actor in Hollywood. But while others might have lost themselves in the spotlight, Chris did something unexpected. He stepped away. From 2007 to 2011, he went quiet. Whispers swirled about taxes, faith, and a possible fall. But maybe he wasn't lost. Maybe he was rebuilding. In 2012, he returned in Silver Linings Playbook, not as the loud comic, but as a soulful supporting actor. No flash, no fuss, just craft. Since then, Chris has moved with intention, touring, giving back, and choosing roles that mean something. In 2023, he reappeared in Air, playing Nike executive Howard White, a story about belief and second chances. It wasn't a comeback, it was a reintroduction. From making jokes in a crowded house to making Hollywood pause and listen, Chris Tucker's story isn't just about money or fame. It's about faith, family, and finding peace. Back home in Georgia, behind the gates of a $2.5 million sanctuary where silence finally feels golden. Behind the kitchen, a walk-in pantry with its own fridge waits quietly, ready for family dinners, not flashy parties. This isn't a show kitchen. It's a space for peace, for presence, for home. Just steps away, the family room opens wide, warm, sunlit, and centered around a soft, glowing fireplace. You can almost picture Chris Tucker here, kicked back on the couch, remote in hand, watching an old Michael Jackson concert. Down the hall, a side entrance leads to a 3-car garage and a guest room that doubles as a private office. Perfect for writing jokes, reviewing scripts, or simply breathing in the silence. Upstairs, the story deepens. The primary suite feels less like a bedroom and more like a retreat. A cozy sitting area, a Juliet balcony that catches the morning sun, and a small private office tucked behind vintage barn doors. Rustic soul meets modern success. The master bath, pure serenity, dual vanities, a soaking tub, a marble shower, and a walk-in closet that feels more like a boutique. Every corner upstairs carries quiet charm. Even the laundry room feels intentional. Custom cabinets, deep sink, plenty of space. And then there's the backyard. Step outside and the world slows down. Brick arches frame a covered terrace. A saltwater pool shimmers under the Georgia sky. a waterfall whispering calm. This isn't a party house, it's a healing house. The kind you choose after fame fades and peace finally calls your name. But what about LA? Let's head west, where Tucker's Hollywood story still hums in the hills. This house doesn't just stand, it glows. From the street, it feels less like a home and more like a private resort, spread across 14,000 square feet of land. This 3,600 square foot Woodland Hills estate was built for someone who needs space to breathe, to create, and to live. Step through the grand double doors, and sunlight pours in from above, gliding across polished wood floors and bright white walls. It's not dramatic or moody, it's open, fresh, and alive. The sunken living room flows into a formal dining space, the perfect setup for late-night laughter, wine, and stories shared among Hollywood friends. Slide open the glass doors and the house spills into a backyard paradise. Resort-style pool, bubbling spa, and a view that stretches across the entire valley. When night falls, the lights of LA shimmer below like a standing ovation. Inside, the kitchen keeps it simple yet sophisticated, modern, sleek, and built for connection, not just cooking. Every space flows naturally into the next. Every window captures light, not walls. Down the hall, a flexible bonus room, or guest suite, fits whatever life requires. Upstairs, the primary suite stuns with vaulted ceilings, a balcony overlooking the city, and a spa-inspired bathroom complete with a 4-person sauna. Not extravagance, recovery. 3 more bedrooms and shared balconies complete the home. This isn't a house for show, it's a home for balance. Somewhere between spotlight and stillness, between fame and peace. It's the next chapter of a man learning balance, between work and rest, fame and quiet, Georgia and California. And for Chris Tucker, it fits perfectly. He's always lived between worlds, stand-up stages and movie sets, crowd-pleasing comedy and personal conviction. His homes aren't escapes, they're extensions. Georgia keeps him grounded. Los Angeles lets him dream. One speaks to his soul, the other to his possibilities. But to really understand Chris Tucker, you have to leave the house and hit the road, because that's where his story keeps moving. Unlock the garage and you won't find a flashy car collection screaming for attention. Instead, you'll find machines that mean something, refined, powerful, and deeply personal. First, the Aston Martin DB9. Pure elegance, a 6.0-liter V12 wrapped in silver curves and quiet confidence. It's not about speed, it's about presence. You won't see him racing the 405. He's gliding down Mulholland at sunset, music low, city lights fading behind him. Then the Aston Martin Phase 8 Vantage Roadster, his free spirit on 4 wheels. Top down, wind in his hair, cruising the Pacific Coast Highway with a Michael Jackson track playing soft in the background. This one isn't about the destination, it's about the moment. And finally, the Cadillac Escalade, his anchor. Roomy, strong, and steady. The car that carries his family, his faith, and his peace. 3 cars, 3 stories, each one reflecting a different rhythm of Chris Tucker's life. Refined, fearless, and finally at ease. 3 rides, 3 reflections of a man who's lived in the spotlight and learned when to step out of it. But every journey runs on something, and for Chris Tucker, it wasn't just fame or luck. It was hard work, faith, and a few hard lessons along the way. At his peak, Tucker was unstoppable. Rush Hour 3 earned him $25 million, one of the biggest paychecks ever for a comedy actor, plus 20% of the film's profits. Hollywood couldn't get enough of him. A 2-film, $40 million deal followed. The lifestyle matched the paycheck. Private jets, luxury homes, fine watches, and generous gifts to family and friends. Then came the pause. After Rush Hour 3, Chris walked away. For faith, not fame. He turned down roles that didn't fit his values. But in Hollywood, saying no has a price. Years without work led to financial missteps. By 2011, Tucker owed over $2.5 million in taxes. Poor accounting, not scandal. By 2021, that number had grown to nearly $10 million. Yet instead of hiding, he faced it, settling the debt in 2023 for $3.6 million and closing the chapter for good. Now with an estimated $5 million net worth, Tucker measures wealth differently, not in dollars, but in peace. A grounded man with a Georgia home, a simple LA base, and a quiet kind of success that doesn't need applause. This isn't a fall from grace, it's a choice. A quiet retreat from chaos. Because sometimes the biggest power move is knowing when to stop showing off. But one thing Chris Tucker never stopped doing, no matter how high the paycheck or how low the balance, giving back. It started with a call from his mom, not an agent or a producer, just a reminder from home. If God gave you the gift to make people laugh, He probably wants you to help people too, and that's exactly what he did. In his hometown of Stockbridge, Georgia, Chris founded the Chris Tucker Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to helping children, families, and communities that need it most. It's not about fame, it's about focus, scholarships, shelter, second chances. The foundation funds college dreams, especially at HBCUs like Payne College, and supports churches, food banks, and youth programs. From warm meals to warm blankets, Tucker's team keeps Atlanta's most vulnerable seen and supported. The numbers prove it. $439,000 raised in 2023, with over $311,000 going straight to impact. No galas, no glitter, just real work that matters. And his reach doesn't stop at Georgia. As an ambassador for the HEAL Los Angeles Foundation, he fights homelessness and food insecurity. He's traveled to Africa, lending his voice to HIV/AIDS awareness, and spoken around the world. Not as a star, but as someone who cares. One organizer put it best. He's a humanitarian who just happens to be funny. Maybe that's Chris Tucker's real legacy. When people ask Chris Tucker why give, why now, he just smiles, maybe shrugs. Then he talks about his mom's voice, his faith, and all the people who helped him climb. And then he says something simple, but it lands. We do what we can when we can. If someone needs help and we can help, why wouldn't we? No spotlight, no press release, no applause. In a world where charity often comes with hashtags and headlines, Tucker's giving comes from somewhere deeper. It's not for show, it's for the soul. Because when the laughter fades and the cameras stop rolling, what really lasts isn't fame. It's the lives you lift along the way. So who is Chris Tucker, really? Beyond the movies, the mansions, and the million-dollar grin? Let's look closer. These days, he's not chasing punchlines. He's chasing purpose. At the heart of it all is his son, Destin, born from his past relationship with fitness expert Asha Pryor. Destin's now grown, studying film and following his own creative spark. And Chris, he's there, not as a celebrity, but as a dad, a guide, a friend. Faith still anchors him. Raised Pentecostal, he keeps that fire alive. He doesn't drink, doesn't curse on stage, not for image, but conviction. He knows families fill his audience, and he wants his laughter to uplift. Most nights you'll find him praying quietly, on a flight or at home in Georgia. Thankful, balanced, at peace. Chris Tucker hasn't just found success. He's found center.